Hello everyone, I'm Harvey and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. As you can see, I finished 4th overall and 1st in England in the 2021 season in FPL, and I would like to share some tips and tricks to help you along your FPL journey. Let's dive straight into it. So looking back at my game week 24 points, so I got 147 points in the end, which I believe is my best ever game week in terms of point scoring, and it's many thanks to Salah with that 87 pointer, obviously because I played that triple captain this week. Obviously got 29 points in those two games, Bournemouth away and Everton away. I'm quite jammy, I must admit, just because I believe his expected goals was 0.27 against Everton and 0.88, and he came away with 3 goals in total, so and an assist as well against Everton, obviously. So I do count myself a little bit lucky, and I saw that a lot of people played Arne Slot as the assistant manager this week, and they actually got 15 points from him as well. But the real winners were the David Moyes owners. I believe he got 20 plus points. So obviously I'm really happy with the triple captain, and I might actually play the assistant manager chip next week, but I'll reveal that later in the video. Obviously Alisson and Trent, they both got a clean sheet in the first game. Alisson came with a 9-pointer, which is really good, and then obviously got only 1 point in the second game. Trent did come on rather than start the game, but it didn't really matter in the end because all the Liverpool defenders got 1 point in the end, so that 1 point was basically the same as the likes of Konate and co. Obviously there's 2 other star names in my team for this week, and that's Chris Wood, who got that hat-trick against Brighton. Just a surprise result really. I didn't expect that 7-0 against Brighton, because obviously Brighton have been leaky in the defence recently, but I didn't expect anything like that. Really happy with his hat-trick, and another really lucky hat-trick really. He did have 2.16 expected goals, but they're all tap-ins, but that's what he does. He just scores from 6 yards out, and he's a goal scorer, so really good for FPL, and he soared up to 43.2% owned as well, so a lot of other people have hopped on that hype train. But obviously Mateta got a 13-pointer as well, 2 goals against United away, and he came away with the full bonus, which is 3, so really happy with him, and he was really lively in that game actually. Towards the second half, in the second half he was just in the right areas and always threatening the goal of Andre Onana, so really happy to own him, and he even got an expected assist of 0.34, which is actually decent for a striker, so he's in and amongst it at the moment, Mateta, so really happy to own him. Everyone else apart from Palmer really blanked, and obviously Palmer got that assist and he did get booked, but still came away with 2 bonus, which I just find it absolutely ludicrous that people are selling him at the moment, because look at the fixtures coming up. Maybe if you want him for that game at 29 fixture, Arsenal away isn't the best fixture, but the 4 before that are actually decent, apart from Villa away obviously. But I don't understand why people are selling him at the moment. Then a 6-pointer from him, so I'm not going to complain about that. And the only other guy that got 7 points or points of a significant amount was Ait-Nouri, who's on my bench, and he got that against Aston Villa at home, which I didn't expect, especially because Wolves have lost their last 4 before that. So I would say I'm really happy to own him, but he's so annoying, because the only times that he does actually return are the times that I bench him, like he did against Spurs away as well with that 10-pointer. But I'm not going to sell him anytime soon, because the fixtures coming up are really good, and I've held on to him for this long, so it would make no sense for me to actually sell him before the good run. So obviously the rest of the team blanked, as I said previously. One surprise was that Valdemarson started ahead of Flecken. I don't think it's going to be a long term thing, but it's always welcome when a 3.9 million goalkeeper actually gets a point or 2, even though he's not in my team. But nice backup if he does keep his spots, which I don't think he will, but just to note that. And then obviously Consta came off with an injury at midweek. He obviously played the full 90 against Wolves, but in the fixture against Tottenham in the Cup, he actually got an injury and came off in the first half. So just waiting to hear from Emery in the press conference on Friday regarding his injury. But if he's fit, then obviously I'll play him from the double game week. I'll discuss that in the later part of this video. But in terms of the game week, it was really good. I moved up to 55k, which was a big green arrow for me, and yeah, the triple captainship actually paid off. So yeah, let's move on to the next week. So looking at my team for game week 25, obviously there is a yellow flag on Consta at the moment, as I've discussed in the previous part of this video. I'm just waiting for the press conference to come, but hopefully he's okay, because there's various videos on Twitter that believe they know the full story, and they're predicting it was just a muscle tightness, so it might be 1 to 2 weeks out. But obviously if he is out, then I will look to move him on, because the double was the last sort of opportunity for him to get points, and obviously he blanks in 29 as well. I do plan on playing with 3 hits in 29, but yeah, if I don't want to, then obviously he will be one that leaves the team eventually, and then the fixtures either side of that blank are pretty terrible actually. So yeah, this is his last chance if he is fit to obviously get me a few points, but if he isn't fit, I might have to move him on to someone like Kirkes or Munoz or Huijsen for Bournemouth. Obviously I'll make that decision as and when I hear from Unai Emery. Speaking of which, I might actually play my assistant manager chip this week. The other option is to wait until 36, when the teams are on the beach really, and they're not really focused on the league. But yeah, I think this is the best opportunity really, because obviously Aston Villa are more or 5 places below Liverpool, so they would get that bonus of 10 points, I believe, if they won that game against Liverpool, for the assistant manager. So yeah, I am considering it, and he's only 0.8 million as well, which I can afford at the moment, which would basically mean that I'd roll a transfer in my team, but at the same time play my chip. So yeah, I think that's the best case scenario. But obviously that depends if Conser is obviously not injured, and whether I decide to move him on or not. But yeah, you'll see in the next video whether I actually play it or not, but I'm sort of 70% in favour of playing it this week on Unai Emery. But yeah, as I said, you'll see in the next video what I do. Also got 3 Liverpool players again. I don't think Trent will actually start that Wolves game, because Slot basically said that he wasn't ready at all for that game against Everton, but they had no choice because Bradley got booked, and he also committed another foul afterwards, which meant that he was on thin ice, so that meant that Trent came on. But yeah, they've got a busy schedule coming up, as you can see, City away in 26 as well, and I think they've got an important game in between Aston Villa and City. So yeah, I don't see him starting all of those games, but obviously I'm not going to sell him because he's got a double fixture, and he's obviously past fit for that Everton game, so he's not injured in the slightest at the moment unless we hear from Slot. Excuse me. But yeah, obviously Alisson in goal, I'm not going to sell him. He's nailed, and I feel sorry for Kelleher because he's such a good goalkeeper, but he's just a backup and a bench warmer at the moment. But yeah, obviously I'm going to keep Alisson for those 2 fixtures. Gabriel, Leicester away, he's not going anywhere. Don't need to speak about him, but obviously Arsenal are again top 2 defence in the league, so maybe they will get a clean sheet against Leicester, but have to wait and see. And Wemo, obviously brought him in last week and he blanked against Spurs, which is ironic really, because they were the worst defence in the league at that point for the last 6 games, I believe. So yeah, I'm not going to rush into selling him obviously, because the 3 green fixtures coming up, and I believe he does actually play in 29. Yes, he does, against Bournemouth away. So yeah, I'm going to keep him. Palmer, obviously I've mentioned in the previous bit of the video, I find it ludicrous that people are actually selling him at the moment, especially because he's got Southampton at home and Leicester at home coming up. And although Jackson is out, I don't see his productivity declining in any way, shape or form. So yeah, he's staying. Obviously Salah, don't need to speak about him. He's just an absolute man, mountain with man. 29 points, obviously I triple captain him, so that's the last time I'll gloat about that. But yeah, obviously double fixture this week, and I'm not going to consider anyone else for captaincy. And maybe Rodgers if you want to go left field, but yeah, I just see Salah as obviously the standout captaincy shout this week. Then obviously Eze, he did come on surprisingly against United away, even though Glasner ruled him out of that fixture. he might be a problem going forward. But yeah, for now I'm just going to play him until Glasner basically says he's out for a while. So yeah, obviously he's in the team for this week against Everton at home, as is Mateta. The hope for another brace that he's got in the last 3 games. Sorry, so he's got 2 braces in the last 3 games. So yeah, obviously he's not going anywhere. Rodgers, I've seen some people actually bring in a Bournemouth midfielder ahead of him this week, just thinking about the long term, which I don't mind. But if you're thinking about a short-term transfer, I would prioritise Rodgers, short-term being like 1 or 2 game weeks. So yeah, I do like the likes of Kluivert, Dango Ouattara and Semenyo from Bournemouth. But if you're just focusing on this week, obviously Rodgers is your guy, and he's got the vice-captain armband, if you will, this week as well. But yeah, he's not going anywhere near the captaincy choice of Salah. And then obviously Wood, every time I bench him, he scores points. So he's going to be in my starting 11 this week, ahead of the likes of Isak, and probably Mateta as well, if I was to consider that, if I wanted to play Isak instead of Mateta. But yeah, Chris Wood is in the team, and he's just a goal scorer, a poacher, he's just a tapping merchant, whatever you want to call him. He gets FPL points, so yeah, it's not an issue, is it? So yeah, he's going to play against Fulham away for me. And then, as I mentioned, Isak is on my bench at the moment. City are looking leaky. They conceded 3 goals against Real Madrid, albeit Real Madrid are one of the best teams in the world, but they keep conceding. So I can see Isak coming away with a goal, an assist, or both. But yeah, obviously he's on my bench at the moment. That may change before the deadline. But yeah, I can't really see who I'm benching for Isak. That's the only problem. So he might stay there. And same with Hull as well. He's obviously, if Konsa is out, I don't plan on playing Hull against City away, because I do think they'll score. But yeah, he's first on my bench, and then last on my bench is Ait-Nouri, the running meme of my team, really. He's got Liverpool away, and I don't see Wolves getting a result there. Famous last words, but yeah, I can't see him coming away with another 7 points, and yeah, punishing me for putting him on the bench again. But we'll have to wait and see in that one. But yeah, that's the team for this week. Obviously, Valdemarson, a non-playing goalkeeper who actually did play in the last game week. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens in the future in regards to him and Flecken. But yeah, going forwards, that's the team for this week. No real changes, obviously no transfers this week, and Salah's got the armband again, and no surprises there. But yeah, good luck with your teams, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this episode. If you could please like, subscribe and comment on what I should do next, that would be great. See you in the next one.